But it is not the first time that I have received similar messages about my body and a person's thoughts and opinions on what they want to do to my body, like it's some sort of toy. Just for clarification, I've got no idea if what I'm doing right now is actually right. I am literally just winging it and hoping for the best.
And the goal is to try and complete 2.5k. But we'll see.
I've been close to bursting into tears and I don't want to burst into tears right now. Hello, it is Monday of a new week and I'll be honest, I don't know yet if I'm going to be doing any exercise because it's been a busy day. I've gone and done my dog walks today. I've done 2 hours worth of dog walking and then I met up with my old high school friend Vicky, who I've not seen properly in ages, or at least since New Year, which has been a while ago now. So we had a catch up, we took our pets for a walk, I took my parrots and she took one of her cats. Yes, we're the weird pet animal mums, we don't care. But, oh, it's been a busy day. So I've done 3 hours worth of walking today, so my legs are kaput and my calves are killing me from yesterday's cycling. However, I didn't want to do nothing for today's vlog. And while I've been doing the dishes, which is rare, it is very rare that I actually get off my arse and do the dishes because it's just one of those chores I really don't like. I hate it. I hate doing the dishes. It annoys me. But while I've been doing the dishes, I realised the seal on my sink has gone. Feck. But it is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, is learn how to reseal my own sink. I googled it and YouTubed it ages ago and never got around to actually doing it. Cat wants to go out. There you go. Bye-bye. She'll be out for a few minutes. Well, like I said, it's something I've always wanted to try and have a go at doing. So, we're gonna try. Blech. I need gloves. I need gloves. Gross. I take all this off? Probably. Oh well. Shit, I just took off some of the surface. Fuck! Just for clarification, I've got no idea if what I'm doing right now is actually right. I am literally just winging it and hoping for the best. I also can't afford to pay for someone to come and do it for me, so I need to learn to do it on my own. Why is this not going in? It's not going back in! Why is it not going back in? It doesn't fit the fucking hole? What? What is this? What is this nonsense? There we go. What is this stupidity? Where's my screw? What the fuck? What's happening? Oh, well that's a problem. Well, I'm not having much luck, am I? So we are a quarter of the sink sealed, for the most part. And I'm gonna have to go to the shop and hope and pray that Tesco sell the sealant guns because it's just turned 8 o'clock. All the other shops are closed. Right, we're back from the shop. We have new gun and we have extra sealant, just in case my other one runs out, because I am not going back to the shop again. Squeeze, squeeze. Oh, much better. Oh, shh. I'm getting it everywhere. Ah! I do 17 things at once, it's just not working, Captain. Just not working. This is not easy. Fuck, I just got all the dishes. No! Quick, speak clean, speak clean. Get off the dishes, get off the dishes, get off the bed shit. Fuck! Fuck, fuck! And now it's all over the kitchen counters. Oh my god! Oh my god! Ceiling gets everywhere. Just nearly drowned my cupboard. Right, come on. We can do this. We got this. We got this. We can do this. Right, I am done, I think. Is it perfect? No. Does it look a mess? Yes. Did it work? We'll find out tomorrow. No one's allowed to touch that thing now for the rest of the night. It is Wednesday, the 2nd of March, and yesterday was a long day. It was a long day. I was still knackered and exhausted from Monday, and on top of that, I had a very long day in work. Work took way longer than it should have. And I was still recovering from the cycle on Sunday. My calf has been killing me the last day. It has been so tight and so tense, and even after I got Jason to foam roll it for me, I got him to get one of those rollies and send it up and down my calf. My god, that was painful. But it eased some of the pain, and then yesterday it was still painful, and I was meant to be doing back to my first run yesterday. I'm redoing a couch to 5k to try and build up that strength and endurance in my legs as slow as possible. And unfortunately, my calves were still so painful that I didn't get around to doing it. However, it's a new day, and I've basically moved my first run from yesterday to today, so I can try to do it today instead after work. Because I've got a really quiet day at work today, thankfully. But it is the first of the month, and even though, as I've said before, I don't really care, I am still doing weight check-ins at the start of every month just to see how I'm getting on. So let's do a weight check. Surprise, surprise, even after a 30k cycle, I've not lost anything. And I'm okay with that. If anything, it just makes me giggle because the amount of people saying, oh, you need to exercise more. I've been practically starving myself this week. I say starving myself, that's the wrong word. I've been skipping dinner this last week. I have genuinely been skipping dinner. I've only been having about 1,600 calories on average this week for my meals. My weight's not changed. And I've exercised a lot this last week. And it's Wednesday evening. The girls have not long gone to bed. I need to go on my run. It's only going to take me about 30 minutes, and I'm already dressed for it. Believe it or not, under here I've got my running gear on. I've just spent at least an hour of this evening having to take screenshots, lots of screenshots, because someone was messaging me on Instagram and they were making quite rude and quite obscene comments of a sexual nature on my body. And I asked them to stop. I said, if that's your thoughts, that is your thoughts. We can't help the things that we think, and I will never judge anyone for having those thoughts specifically, but I do not need to know those thoughts. Because let's be honest, those are inside thoughts. These are thoughts you keep in your head. You do not say to a person directly unless you know for a fact that that specific person is okay with those kind of comments or is your partner. This person was none of these. This person was a complete and utter stranger, and he was giving me the most disgusting comments about my body and what he wanted to do to my body. I asked him to stop. He failed. I asked him again to stop, and he failed to do so and continued to make very explicit comments about my body. And then went on to say, if he sees me at Park Run, is he allowed to grope me? I obviously said no, and I made it very clear that no, he does not have permission at all in any way, shape or form to touch my body. And then he said, I think you'll let me. And I said, no, I really won't. I really won't let you. If you do, I will be getting you arrested for sexual assault. And then he turns around to say that he will be grabbing my tits as well because he would like to do other things to me. I drew it there. I screenshotted the entire conversation from start to finish. I reported him for sexual harassment, and I have everything I need so that should anything else happen again, I will be able to report it to the police. Because the fact that he wants to find me at Park Run and actively touch me without permission, which is essentially sexy assaulty, makes me scared. It genuinely makes me scared. Please, if you follow my journey and you have certain impulses and feelings towards my body, please be a decent human being and keep those thoughts and feelings and your hands and your other body parts to yourself. I do not need to know the thoughts that go through your head of that nature. And I know that we all have those thoughts. We are only human in that respect. We are living beings and we cannot help what we find attractive. But it is not appropriate to voice these comments to a complete stranger. It is not appropriate to continue voicing these comments when a person tells you to stop because they feel uncomfortable and it is not appropriate. It is then not okay to tell someone that you are going to find them at Park Run and grope them. It's not okay. It's not. Full stop. It is not okay. It is not allowed. It is exceedingly inappropriate. And I wouldn't mind. This is not the first time. This is what makes it worse. It is not the first time. It's the first time someone says they're going to find me at Park Run and follow their impulses. But it is not the first time that I have received similar messages about my body and a person's thoughts and opinions on what they want to do to my body like it's some sort of toy. But it is not the first time that I have received similar messages about my body and a person's thoughts and opinions on what they want to do to my body like it's some sort of toy. From henceforth, anyone that sends me those sort of messages, especially on Instagram or TikTok or anything else like that, they will be getting screenshotted, held for evidence, and you will be getting reported and blocked. Simple as. I will not stand for it anymore. I am sick and tired of being spoken to by men. Mostly men. That's what makes it worse. Not once in my life have I had a woman talk to me like this. It's always the men. It's always the alpha males. It's always the masculine males that think that they are God's gift to creation. Sorry for the weird analogy there, but it's true. It's only ever the men. And I am sick and tired of you goddamn men that think it's okay to speak to someone like their body is a toy. Anyway, I'm angry. I'm annoyed, I'm pissed off, and I need to get out this frustration. So I am going to go do this run. I've been putting this run off because I've not really been in the mood to go out because I'm home, and I don't want to go back out once I'm home. I've done enough walking today, but I do need to get my runs restarted, and I need to take out my frustration and anger. And what better way to do it than go on a run and clear my head and just be around nature and peace and calm.
We're out and about on our first walk. So because I am redoing essentially a couch to 5k, it started me off from the very basics. So we've done a 5-minute walk already and a 1-minute run, and the schedule is basically a 1-minute run, a 1-minute 30 walk, 1-minute run, 1-minute 30 walk, 1-minute run, 1-minute 30 walk, and the goal is to try and complete 2.5k, but we'll see. So we've now done 2 sets of running. I did 1 minute before I started recording, and I've just done a 2nd minute. We've got 30 seconds left of this walk. And do you know what? I'm feeling good. My ankles are a bit tight, but they're not tight like they were when I was last running. They're just almost achy because they're still recovering from that massive 30 odd meter run. Sorry, 30 odd meter cycle. Here we go again. Next 1 minute done. Like I was saying, my legs are feeling good. My ankles aren't feeling too sore or too bad. It's windy today, which doesn't help. I don't know how well you can hear me, but it is so nice. It's like nearly 7 o'clock at the moment, and or should I say 7 o'clock in the evening, and yeah, it's sunset, but just look how daylight, look how bright it is. Oh, this is definitely making me feel better from how I was feeling earlier. Just finished another lap. I mean, 1 minute runs. It's gorgeous today. It's so nice to see some greenery instead of the quiet twiggy branches that are now covered in leaves and flowers, which is so nice. Feeling so much better now. Coming to my own, gonna come into my throne. Sorry, Has Been Hotel again. 5 seconds left. I can't remember if I mentioned it. When was it? Yesterday? Or maybe early today? I don't know. And I'm not the only one that's struggling. I'm about to run. I'll try and tell you while I'm running. Whew. So yesterday or Monday, I was watching a video by Joanna Wilson, and Joanna Wilson is the sister of Niall Wilson, who is one of our old Olympic gymnasts. He's now retired, but he still has a YouTube channel, and his sister was also scheduled to run the Manchester Marathon, same as me. I only found this out the other day, by the way. Basically, the same things happened to her as happened to me, and she's ended up getting an ankle injury, and because of that ankle injury, she can no longer run the Manchester Marathon. And she's also having to do what I'm doing, which is starting right back at the start of 5Ks and building the strength back up in her ankle. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, she's also having to do the same. She's having to go back and work on her 5Ks and build herself up slowly, because she's also developed an ankle injury, and it means she's had to pull out the marathon. So in a way, I'm glad I'm not alone. I'm glad there's someone else going through the literally exact same frustration as me, but I am feeling good, which is better than I could hope for. Yeah, it's nice to know that I'm not alone. And I know I'm not alone because I know several of you have commented saying that you're also experiencing some struggles right now. And in a way, wait, let me see what this is. 5-minute cool down. I've nearly finished. As I was saying, I know several of you guys have commented to say that you're also going through some struggles right now. And oh, wind, I did not need you right now. But in a way, I sort of want to let you know that just because you're struggling now doesn't mean you're going to be able to get back at it soon. Or you're not going to be able... This isn't working. Let me try this again. What am I trying to say? I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. I suppose in a way I want to give you guys a bit of motivation that even if you're struggling, even if you're having difficulty right now, that doesn't mean you can't keep going. That doesn't mean you just need a break and then you can get going again later on. What I'm trying to say is don't give up. Just because you're having a hiccup, just because you're having a break or you're having to recover from injury, whatever it is. Oh, swan's nest. Oh, bless. I do love swans. I'm sorry, I'm getting completely distracted here. I'm meant to be walking. I've got 3 minutes left to be walking, then I can head home. Oh, see if we can get a better shot of that swan's nest. So what I've been trying to say is don't give up. Just because you're struggling, just because you're having difficulty, doesn't mean you can't get back at it once you're ready. If you have to take a week break, take a week break. If you have to take a month break, take a month break. If you have to take a 1.5 to 2 months break, or even a 6 months break because you broke your leg or you broke your ankle or you're recovering from surgery, take the break, get back at it once you've got the motivation or once you are healed and recovered. Because that's what I've had to do. I've had to wait until my ankles felt safe enough for me to even do this. And I am going right the way back to a couch to 5K, specifically to build up the strength of my ankles. So don't give up. You never know. You never know where you might end up. It is Thursday and I'm at home. I'm not long got home from work. Yeah, it's Thursday! Oh my god, Thursday! Yeah! I'm not long got home from work, believe it or not. I'm in a weird mood today. I'm feeling a bit and I had every intention of coming home and exercising or even going out on my next run, and I'm feeling so low in mood. Like emotionally I'm feeling low. So instead I'm out in the garden spending some time with my girls. Couple up there just chilling and enjoying the sights. Me just down here, Lyra and shoulders. Hi. I still don't know what to do today. I've got to go BSL choir at 7. Well, I don't need to go BSL choir at 7, but I want to go BSL choir at 7 because I need to practice. I'm just in a weird mood. I'm in a really weird mood. I don't know what to do with myself today. But just having this moment to sit and chill in the garden with my girls has helped. I'm going to go in a minute though because it's getting cold.
So it's now Friday and I'm in another really foul mood. I don't know what's causing it. I'm just feeling really low, like emotionally as well as energy wise. I know part of it's probably because I've not been sleeping well. I've had a few nights of insomnia where I physically can't sleep. I've just been rolling around like an idiot trying to get to sleep and not succeeding. So lack of sleep probably isn't helping. I've been stuck in traffic for the last 3 days straight. Today was meant to be an easy day at work. I only had 2 dogs on the first group, 2 dogs on the second group. And even now, I wish I put them all together and just made it a shorter day. I thought, no, they all live at different parts of the town, so I'll split them up to make it easier. And the traffic I got stuck in. It took me an hour to pick up my first 2 dogs. It then took me over an hour to drop them back off again, and it took me over 45 minutes to pick up the second 2 dogs for their group walk. It should not take that long to pick up 2 dogs for a walk. It should not. So I don't think the traffic and the congestion and everything that's happening in the town because of all the roadworks is helping. The lack of sleep definitely isn't helping. I know it's not dehydration or lack of good food because I have been very careful what I eat. I have been so freaking close to sabotaging myself and eating some of my allergen foods or having gigantic bowls of food and just comfort eating. I've been trying so hard to fight it off and avoid it. I don't know how I've managed it. Because at the end of every day of my shifts for the last 2 weeks, for the last 2 days, at the end of every day after work for the last 2 days, the urge to go to Tesco and get something that I'm allergic to and eat it, or even go to Tesco and get something that is probably about 2,000 calories for one meal and eat it all in one sitting. The urge has been strong. The urge to comfort eat has been strong, and it has took every fibre of my being to battle that urge. It really has. I'm so tired. I am so worn out. I am so emotionally and physically full of hay fever, which is also not helping, but drained. I am so freaking drained, and I've got a headache right now. And I know it's not due to dehydration because I have been drinking plenty the last few days, doing my bladder retraining, whatever it is. So I know it's not dehydration that's causing this headache. I don't know what's causing the headache. I'm tired. I'm fed up. I want to cry again. I don't know what I want to cry over. I'm just emotionally and mentally exhausted. I don't know if I've not yet recovered from my uncle's funeral because I've been very busy and I've been very full on since my uncle's funeral. So I don't know if I've emotionally recovered from the social aspect. I've had a very busy couple of weekends. I've not really had a day off at all for a couple of weeks now. And I know that if I don't have a day off, like off where I don't have to get into my pajamas or I don't have to get out of my pajamas, I do start to get like this because I've not had a day to recover mentally, emotionally, socially, and everything in between. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I've put off my run for today and put it on to tomorrow because I'm going park run tomorrow anyway. And then after park run, I am going to try and do my 3K run. And then we've got a couple of house viewings because the probate has still not completed on the house we put an offer in for. And basically we're getting sick of waiting. We've not rescinded the offer because there's not many houses available on the market, or at least not many that we like or will be willing to go for. So instead, we're having a browse and just seeing what houses are available, and if something takes our fancy, potentially consider going for that instead. It has been a tough one. It really has. I don't think that's been helping. I don't think everything that's going on with the house, like the stress, the fact that we're still waiting on probate, the fact that we were hoping to have been moved into our house September of last year, the fact that we then were hoping to move in our house by January of this year, and yet here we are still waiting for any information of when we may actually be able to sign the contract. So yeah, I don't think the stress and emotional stress and mental stress of all that is helping me right now. And I know they say exercise is a great stress release, and it is, but the last 2 days, every time I've gone to exercise, every time I've gone to do my mobility or my strength training, I've been close to bursting into tears, and I don't want to burst into tears right now. Maybe it's what I need. Maybe I need to do a little bit of exercise and let myself just explode, but I'm going to try and take tonight as one more de-stress night, get a bit more video editing done probably, maybe play a game or two, and try and just turn off my brain. That'd be nice. That alone would be nice. We'd be able to just turn off the brain for one night. Anyway, tomorrow is Saturday. And like I said, we're going park run in the morning. And then I'm going to try and do my 3K afterwards. And then see how much time I have left before my house viewing. If I still have any energy, I might do some training. If I don't have the energy, then I don't know. I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Because if I'm still in this mood, I'm hoping I'm not going to be this mood after a morning at park run. But if I'm still in this mood, we'll just see. Because we have these days where our emotions and our feelings and everything get the better of us.